Hey, I'm making another real quick video. This one's kind of funny to me. If you followed any of my videos to this point, you'll know that I've been in bodybuilding for over 30 years, and I had a huge fitness website for over 20 years. I wrote and published fitness ebooks, and I did really well with that. After about 22 years, I ran everything myself. I did everything. I don't think I outsourced for anything except the book covers, and I eventually learned how to do that, and I made my own book covers. So it was me, myself, and I. And after 22 years, Google had this flip thing that kind of butchered how websites are displayed on the search engines, and I wasn't ranking very well. And by this time, I'm getting burned out. And then I got that virus that went around, and it just kind of things just weren't working out with it anymore. And it just kind of ran itself. It had its day. It's time to give it a close. And I did retire it about a year or so ago. But before I retired it, I did want to get out the house, and I got a part-time job at the gym in town, which this is a small town. It's just like one gym, and it's a pretty big facility because it used to be a racquetball court, so there's a lot of space in there. And but the town's small, so they only staff like one person at a time, which is odd for me. I'm used to managing at least a staff of 7 to 12 people. But so be it. So I was working part-time at this gym, and the owner sold it. They changed ownership, so the new managers come in, and I knew them, they knew me. They worked within that same facility doing orthopedics, and I even trained the owner. She came to me for personal training, and I trained her. And I don't have a problem working. I don't. You tell me what to do, I'll do it. She come in, and she made a little 22-year-old the manager, which is fine. I didn't want to manage it because I'm working there, I'm personal training there. I was still at the time running my business here online, and I was working part-time data entry, and there was something else I was doing. Can't remember what it was. I had 4 things going on. That might have been 4. I don't know. But so they made him manager. Totally fine. My real problem was that they gave him my hours, and they also told me that I had to do his job, clean up after him, and this and that. Working his hours. So when they gave him my hours, that stuck me with weekends and holidays and late nights, early mornings, and that just wasn't gelling. First of all, I have other jobs. You didn't even take that in consideration, even when we had a meeting about it. Next, I am over 50. I do deserve some type of, leeway, and I also am dealing with this long haul virus I'm dealing with, but I'm still showing up. So, what's funny is, I created these weight training programs because I love creating workout programs. And I created a system at the gym with the machines, and I numbered the machines in correlation with the exercises. This and that is to teach people how to work out, how to group muscle groups, body parts, and so to get an overall workout. And it's split up between like an upper body, lower body type thing, upper, lower. So it's constantly alternating. I'm sorry I've hit the mic. It's how I learned, that's how I learned. It was created by a professional bodybuilder back in the day, and I kind of learned off that, and kind of bounced off of that. So it's been used. So the thing is, I've had these scheduling problems here at the gym. They find my knowledge and resources necessary, but yet they don't want to use me in any shape or form or give me credit for anything. And so one day I'm working, trying to find hours. This other guy would kind of switch out. He didn't want to work, he didn't want to work from, I think it was 5 in the morning to I think they had him about 4 in the afternoon or 3. It was killing him. So I picked up his slack about 8 or 9 in the morning. So she pretty much made me find my own hours, which I did. I found my own hours. And then once I started getting established, I worked at maybe 6 or 8 weeks. I walk in one day, and there's a 15-year-old pretty much replaced me, and nobody told me. The girl can't even drive to work. And I was like, I went to my boss, if you want to call her that. I was like, what's going on? I was like, who's that? It said, do I still work here? Am I being quiet fired? Which it certainly seemed like it was. And she's like, completely clueless. This woman doesn't even know she don't know what's going on in her own gym. She don't know how to make a schedule. Nothing. So she wanted me to train this girl, which was actually her niece. So she put me in charge of training her. So I'm telling this girl, it's new people come in, and I like to give people tours so they, familiar with the gym, the layout, where things are. And I learned this back when I worked in the city and worked for Gold's Gym. I know how to work with people. I know how to work with the public. So I said, you want to come and learn how to do a tour? No. She pretty much declined work. Declined it. Oh, a few more things went by. I forgot exactly what set me off. I forgot what the last meeting was about. It might have been about that. But I never fought with nobody or argued about a job. When I had a meeting with my manager, it's always a fight with her. So she was going back and forth, and that's when she pretty much suggested that I was qualified to scrub toilets. I said, okay. I told her I didn't have a problem with it. I don't, I cleaned houses before I moved to this small town. I did. I didn't have a problem with it. It's just the fact that I applied at that gym for that job to be a trainer. There's a clear line between the two. So I pretty much straight up asked her, I was like, do I need to look for a new job? And, well, I don't know. She pulls out the schedule. What do you want to work, full-time or part-time? Now she can find a space for me, a spot, but, the damage is done. I forgot. I know I told her part-time, but I just went home and, had a discussion and decided that I don't need to be working there anymore, and I quit. I put in my 2 weeks notice. She got a 2 weeks notice from me, which is, I gave them more respect for their business than they gave me for the job that I did. I gotta tell you that much. So I passed her on the staircase, and she's like, she pretty much asked me to stay, is what she wanted me to do. And I told her no, I'm quitting. She wanted me to stay to run the gym while she paid that little 20-year-old salary and vacation and everything else. That's what it was for, because as soon as I left, she took him off salary and put him on wage. So, I mean, if I'm doing the job of a manager, shouldn't I be paid as a manager? Why do I have to do his job and not get paid for it? But the funny thing is, this little manager just recently sent me a message just not long ago on the phone. Do I still have those training programs that I wrote out that correlated with the equipment? Yeah, I have them. I do. Are you going to get them? That would be a no. You're not going to. No. No. What? They must think I'm an idiot. They must think I'm stupid. I think they really think I'm stupid. They must. No, you're not getting those training programs that I wrote out. Yes, I have them. Y'all not getting them. So I just thought that was comical. It's so funny that they want me there, but they won't utilize me in any way, shape, or form. So I don't understand the reason for me being there. It was just to run it while they paid him. So, telling you, treat your staff well, because if you got good people, I would acknowledge it and let them know at least in some way, shape, or form, because, sometimes people they have enough and they move on. So, that's my little tidbit. I was having a bad day until I got that message, so it just kind of tickled me, and I thought I'd share it. So, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm doing my best, and things are getting better, and I hope that they are for you too.